Fontainebleau was supposed to bring the heat back to the North Strip. Instead, it feels like a trap in blue glass. It opened on December 13th, 2023, with 3,644 rooms and a casino of around 173,000 square feet, built to catch big spenders and VIP play. The tower is huge, the ceilings are higher, and the vibe is cold. The problem starts with the map. The north end is quiet. You have to want to go there, and most people do not. Here's what we're exposing: 7 reasons the floor stays empty, and why free parking can't save a place that feels cold. At number 5, you'll see how a $24 nacho plate became the meme that defined a billion-dollar casino, and why PR couldn't kill it. Let's start with the map. Number 1, wrong side of the map. Here is what really dimmed the lights. A location without a magnet. Build a palace where few people wander, and the room goes quiet fast. Fontainebleau opened on December 13th, 2023, with a luxury pitch, 36 places to eat and drink, and a casino near 173,000 square feet. It sits on the north end, far from the crowded clusters that feed the center strip floors. Guests also pay about $62 a night in resort fees on top of whatever the rate says. That bill bites before the fun starts. Walk it, and you feel the distance between anchors. Resorts World sits one way, Encore and Wynn the other, but the span is long. You rely on pre-planned trips, rideshare and convention buses. If that pipeline thins, the wide public spaces read empty. The ceilings are beautiful and tall, which makes slow hours look slower. A casino this big needs a constant flow. Without it, the pit feels like a stage after the audience has left. Listen to the front drive. This is where traffic truths land first. Luis has led front-end teams for 6 years. Opening month hit like a wave. Festival weekends packed with SUVs, bell carts jammed, valets running non-stop. But weekdays, you can hear the air. Valet is a coin flip now, he told me. A show lets out. Ride share stacks 20 deep, then nothing for an hour. Tips used to sit steady. 300 on a Good Friday, easy. Last Friday was 72. He keeps his crew upbeat, but standing in an empty porte cochere feels like getting stood up. We don't control fees or location, he said. We only control service. Some nights that's not enough. The North End needs a magnet, something you drive to see, not just a sign. Until then, we live on spikes and silence. Ownership aimed at a high-end destination model. Fly them in, limo them over, keep them on site. What they did not build on day one was a constant public draw that pulls people off the sidewalk for free. No daily fountain, no outdoor show, no cheap wow at the door. They trusted the tower to be the draw. It is not by itself. Why it matters is simple. Fewer walk-ins means colder bars, slower tips, and higher table minimums to protect hold. Higher mins chase out the casual middle. That's the hum that makes a casino feel alive. Workers feel it in hours and checks. Guests feel it in the mood and price. It was not just the map that hurt the start. The money bled next. Number 2, luxury pricing. Empty floors. You can't sell silence at luxury prices. A quiet lobby with a big bill is not a vibe. It is a warning. Then versus now is ugly. Rooms chase high ADRs, then stack about $62 a night in resort fees on top. Cocktails at the lobby bar start in the 20s. Premium table minimums show up even on slow nights. That sticker shock lands while the city has been losing visitors through mid-2025, with softer conventions and a lighter international mix. New hotel premium on a down year feels like a dare. Specifics hit hard. The resort opened with a luxury pitch, but demand slipped across the strip into 2025. Convention midweeks that should cushion a new property have been thinner. Fewer Canadians and fewer long-haul travelers mean fewer 3- and 4-night stays. When the pipeline is lighter, the price has to carry the mood. Instead, the price became the mood. Listen to the bar where first impressions are poured. Mara has worked the lobby bar for 9 years. Opening month had energy. People in designer sneakers snapping photos, and she could comp one round to get play started. Now I explain fees before I pour, she told me. Guests hit that resort charge on their phone, and the first thing out is why. They split one cocktail to look around, then walk out. Tips are down 20 to 30% most weeks. Not because people are mean, They're tired. They feel gamed before the game starts. "I'm not here to fight over a line item," she said. "I'm here to make people want to stay." Hard to do when the first sip tastes like a fee. On big weekends, it snaps back. But weekdays, she polishes glassware and listens to the room breathe. Leadership clung to ultra-luxe positioning while the feeder market cooled. They kept the sticker and hoped the city would warm up around it. That is not a strategy. That is stubborn. If you set $20 drinks, 50+ resort fees, and high table mins when guests are already cutting nights, you turn curiosity into indifference. Why it matters is simple. The mid-tier funds have the daily heartbeat. They fill tables at 10 in the morning and 10 at night. Price fatigue kills repeat visits. You do not need one whale. You need 1,000 people who feel welcome. Lose them, and the floor goes numb. And then the floor took a direct hit. Layoffs. Number 3, staffing cuts. Colder floors. They tightened the schedule. The room went quiet. Service does not survive on paper savings. May 2025 brought the headline. Around 60 table game dealers cut to lower labor costs. Since then, the gaps show. Midweek pits sit dark. Drink cycles stretch. Hours for select venues shrink to weekends only. A luxury label with fewer hands on deck feels like a trick. Walk the casino on any Tuesday. You will see 2 open layouts and 2 undercovers. A player sits, looks at the minimum, and leaves because there is no lower option open. Cocktail servers cross a huge floor with fewer teammates. Be right back becomes 12 minutes. Guests forgive one slow round. They do not forgive a slow night. Hear it from the people who lived the switch. Rico has been a dealer for 7 years. Fridays used to mean 3 shoes at once. You lived in the rhythm, splash, tap, pay, call the color. Now I watch 2 dead layouts and try not to think about rent, he told me. Players ask for a lower limit. He radios. No staff to open it. They walk. Dealing is performance, he said. You need a crowd to set the tempo. Quiet kills the act. The corporation framed it as discipline, cost control, efficiency. The memo words always sound calm. In the pit, it looks like a smaller casino hiding inside a big one. You cannot advertise luxury and then staff like a value hotel. Guests notice. Workers carry the anger. Why it matters sits in the gap between price and service. If you charge a premium and cut corners, you make your best customers feel dumb for paying. They do not return next quarter. They post about it. They tell friends to try another tower. That is how a cold week becomes a cold year. Meanwhile, regulators started knocking. Number 4, the compliance cloud. Nothing empties a casino like compliance headlines. State agents say credit went out without the checks the law demands. The Nevada Gaming Commission answered by giving President Maurice Wooden a 2-year limited license while investigators work the case. That is not confidence. That is probation with a clipboard watching every move. Here is what that does to a floor. High-end play slows. Credit lines take longer. Players who used to sign and sit now wait while boxes get ticked. Hosts stall with small talk. Dealers stare at empty seats. A buy-in that should take 5 minutes stretches into 20, then 30. Momentum dies where the money begins. Listen to the cage. Rita has worked at the main bank for 11 years. On a good night, credit turned in under 10. ID, limit check, signature, done. Players felt taken care of. But now every approval drags, she said. We ping systems, call a manager, log notes, take a second pass if anything looks off. You stall a whale and he goes next door. You stall 3 midfielders and they buy short and leave early. The tone changed. They used to feel like help. Now they feel like hall monitors. This cloud reaches into every back room. Surveillance logs more. Risk reviews more. Hosts lose discretion. Marketing trims who get pre-approved offers. Table managers shrink credit-based pits on slow nights to limit exposure. It all reads smart on paper and reads cold in real life. A luxury brand cannot run on suspicion and still feel like luxury. The corporation tried the safe line. They said they inherited issues from before. They promised training, audits, and new systems. Maybe all true. But here is what they will not say out loud. Until this is closed, operations carry a weight. Every credit decision is a risk. Every fast approval can be a headline. So they slow down. They protect the file, not the feeling. Why it matters? Hits the wallet. High-end guests hate friction. They want speed, privacy, and respect. If approval feels like a lecture, they take the limo to a neighbor where the credit is already on file and the chair is warm. Mid-tier players feel the chill too. They used to stretch for a marker. Now they pull out cash, play less, and skip dinner. Workers feel it in tips and pride. A cage that used to hum now apologizes. A host who used to solve problems now forwards emails. A dealer who used to ride a hot shoe now waits for a call that never comes. The building can look perfect, but a compliance cloud turns energy into caution. As if that was not enough, the neighbors lawyered up. Number 5. The $24 nacho Mimi. In Vegas, reputation is currency. Fontainebleau kept spending it. Then versus now with receipts. Wynn sought an injunction over the alleged poaching of employees. The $24 6-chip nachos at the tavern went viral and became a punchline. Resort fees around $62 still sting at checkout. That is the trifecta. A court fight, a meme, a bill that feels like a slap. Specific examples tell you the cost. Social pile-ons, dented launch buzz. Review sites mention the cold feel, giant spaces, and a lobby that looks pretty and feels empty. Tourists walk through like it were a gallery. They do not return to play. Hosts answer questions about fees instead of fun. Floor managers babysit open layouts because the bodies never match the square footage. Here the people paid to catch falling sparks. Lena has been on the social team for 3 years. We put out fires for a week over one plate, she said. Main feed, stories, replies. Every time we posted a show, the comments were chips. We tried jokes, tried facts. Nothing moved it. One photo defined a place that needs time to build trust, like pouring water into a sieve. You pour and pour. It leaks. Marcus has served at the sports bar for 4 years. Guests show the nacho pic and laugh, he said. Then they point at the menu and wait to see if I laugh too. I tell them the kitchen fixed it, but they already decided what this place is. When they laugh, they tip less. Memes steal money. Corporate decisions kept chasing optics over fixes. The company fought a high-profile lawsuit with Wynn while the casino floor needed heat. PR rolled out statements instead of rolling out value. You cannot out-message a bad taste. You can only serve something better and cheaper, and faster the next time. Why it matters is blunt. One meme can define a property when the floor is thin. If the public thinks you are the place with 6 chips and a $62 fee, you spend months unlearning that story. In the meantime, workers bear the cost. Fewer covers, smaller tips, quieter days. They tried bandages, free parking, flash sales that cut midweek rates, influencer nights with photos in the long corridor. It looked busy on Instagram and empty by breakfast. A concierge told me her team spent more time explaining promos than planning stays. People asked if the nachos were real, she said. I wish that was a joke. Even a review score could not shake the outside vibe. Friends share a meme faster than they read a rating. When the story turns silly, loyalty turns. It takes months to earn back what 1 week of jokes erased. So they did what developers do. They bought more land. Number 6, spend more, earn less. They doubled the bet while the table went cold. Then versus now with dates and dollars. The build ran about $3.7 billion. In June 2024, they bought roughly 5 acres next door from the Convention Authority for $112.5 million. By the summer of 2025, citywide visitors dropped around 11% versus the prior year. New room, new land, colder market. Specific examples show the squeeze. Expansion talk floated renderings while weekdays stayed thin. Debt service shows up every month, even when the bar does not. You can feel it in the choices guests hate. Postpone room refreshes. Delay training. Trim table hours. Push high minimums to protect hold. Keep fees high because the note does not care about feelings. Ask the number people what that feels like. Ravi has worked as a finance analyst for 6 years. He watches the weekly cash calls. The note doesn't care if it's Tuesday, he said. Interest hits on time. We debate whether to buy parts for machines or push it. Weekends pop. Midweek is a shrug. Conventions help, but the wallet is tight once they see the menus. The new parcel? Good dirt, wrong timing. Cash in land can't train a server or comp a guest today. How does that read to staff? Like a billboard, he said. Big, shiny, and far away from where the tips come from. The corporation kept the future story loud. More rooms someday. A possible second tower. Another venue. They pointed at long-term vision while short-term operations sagged. That is a classic developer move. Buy now, plan big, hope the cycle turns. But guests are stuck in the present. Cold drinks, slow service, high bills. No one quotes site plans at checkout. Why it matters is direct. Cash tied in dirt cannot make today better. It cannot fix a worn seat, hire another bartender, or speed a drink cycle. It cannot lower a table minimum at 7 in the evening when a couple wants to sit. It cannot put music in a quiet hallway. The property needs warm bodies now, not a footprint map later. There is also a risk in the message. When you talk about future towers while cutting dealers today, workers hear the truth. The priority is the photo, not the paycheck. That kills morale. It chills service. Guests read that chill in seconds. A luxury pitch with tired eyes feels fake. They rolled out free parking, locals nights, and casino offers. Some nights are filled. Then Tuesday returned. Discounts without warmth taught guests to wait for codes instead of trusting the experience. And the last bet, market to locals, throw comps. Hope habit forms faster than interest. That play can work for a bit, but it will not pay for the build if the core offer still feels cold. Number 7. Coupons can't warm marble. Discounts don't fix a cold. Flash sales hit inboxes to juice occupancy. Free parking for rewards members runs through December 31st, 2025. The workforce unionized and won higher wages. Tourism stayed soft into mid-2025, so every new offer felt louder and thinner. The price on paper dropped. The feeling in the building did not. Specific examples show the problem. Loud offers drive trial, not loyalty. A weekend fills, Monday empties. Retail corridors look like art museums between events. Restaurant hours wobble. Bars stretch one bartender across 2 wells. You can post a sold-out DJ set on Saturday and still watch Blackjack sit empty on Tuesday at 8. The disconnect is real. Promotion heat, floor chill, hear the front line. Nora has been a concierge for 8 years. We push locals deals, she said. They ask why. The floor feels dead. I build date nights, book the show, the dinner, the late drink. Then they text me a photo of an empty pit and ask if I pranked them. Too often, events spike, then vanish. People do the picture, then bail. They complain about vibe, price, and time. The room is pretty but cold. The fees stack and the lines waste the comp, she said. It hurts. I sell a night. I want them to feel something. The corporation sent mixed signals. The strategy is said to attract locals. The rate card stayed luxury. Flash sales whispered a discount. Resort fees shot up in price. PR promised energy. The casino ran fewer games midweek. Management called it balancing demand. Workers called it whiplash. Guests called it a pass. Union pressure added truth to the bill. Better wages are deserved. But when a company raises labor costs while refusing to fix value, it squeezes margins and service at the same time. The fix is not to cut hands and shout promos. The fix is to give people a reason to come back without a coupon code. Why it matters is simple. Attention is not affection. An email can fill a night. Only value fills a habit. If a guest feels tricked, they do not return. If a worker feels used, they do not sell with a smile. Keep running the siren, and the marble stays cold. So, where does that leave a glass palace with no heartbeat? Here is what guests said to me on the property. The email said free parking, one local told me, flashing a tier card. Cool, but I still paid $62 for fees and $22 for a cocktail. Free parking did not make me stay. A slot regular from Henderson added, I want a clear offer. 2 nights, no junk, some free play, not a maze of terms. A table player said, minimums jump after 10, even when it's slow. That kills the mood. Management's playbook leaned on optics. Holidays brought winter pop-ups, rink photos, and movie nights. Good pictures, thin pull. Locals want clean rooms, honest menus, and places to hang where a beer is not 15. Tourists want a reason to walk in besides a poster. Until those exist daily, coupons feel like bandages over a bruise. The newest mega resort sits on a quiet stretch, opened in December 2023 with 3,644 rooms and a casino near 173,000 square feet. It chased whales on a thin week, cut staff, and got shadowed by an anti-money laundering probe. A poaching fight with Wynn made noise. A $24 nacho meme made it worse. Fees still sting. They bought more land while the city counted an 11% June visitor drop. The pattern is ugly. Algorithms replaced hospitality. Comps shrank. Workers took the hit. The middle guest walked. Leadership talked about vision and towers while the floor begged for warmth. You can polish marble forever. If service, prices, games, and energy do not meet people where they are, the room stays empty. Tell me your Fontainebleau experience. Dead pit, great pool, or just that nacho plate? Did a dealer stand alone at 8 p.m.? Did a bartender explain fees before pouring? Did a comp come with conditions you could not use? Drop it below and subscribe for more on what Vegas corporations will not tell you. Here is what would actually help. Lower some table minutes on dead hours. Kill gotcha fees that start fights at check-in. Comp around to start play and mean it. Keep enough staff to move lines. Train hosts to say yes again. Make locals feel welcome. Value first, marketing second. Then see who returns. Next quarter. So that's where we leave Fontainebleau. A glass palace on the wrong side of the map. 3,644 rooms. Empty pits. A $24 nacho meme that won't die. And a $62 resort fee that starts every conversation with why. This is what happens when you build for whales during a visitor drought. When you cut dealers while adding land. When you chase luxury pricing in a mid-market slump. The marble stays shiny. The floor stays cold. Drop your Fontainebleau stories below. Empty tables at 8 p.m., that nacho plate, the resort fee surprise, and subscribe. We're pulling back the curtain on what Vegas corporations won't admit.